It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. I'm half asleep. I'm still waking up. I was just chilling, taking a nap, woke up. A few friends told me that a diss dropped, so you know we're here for this. Screw put out the Heart Part 6 remix in response to Knox's last diss. I think it's smart that the majority of these are based around the Kendrick and Drake diss tracks because those things went viral. And as much as they're already going to get a lot of views because they both have over 1 million subscribers, which respect to both of them again, that shit is not easy. This gives it an extra little push in front of some more eyes, I think. So we'll see what happens here. This is going to be the end of round 2 for me because like I said, the shots don't really, it doesn't constitute a round until the full-on disses start. So this is the end of the second round as far as I'm concerned. Let's dive into it. Let's find out.
Shout out to you, man.
Man, shout out to you too. You keep doing your thing, and I can keep seeing the grind on you, bro.
Thank you, bro. I'm trying.
I can't wait for your next record as well.
Yes. Hey.
The one for you. Like, I gotta hear some wavy shit. Yo, the fucking Slime EP.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that. You know, so all stores gotta throw that out there. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you, man. That really, yeah, man. And Righteous or Ratchet. That's still going. I still listen to that shit every day. So yeah. God. But hey, I'm gonna get back to this edit because I'm gonna end up not getting it out. But hey, appreciate you, my G. Thank you.
I appreciate you. All
right, so in the bottom corner it says Stalker. We're gonna get to that. Stay tuned. So clearly he's trying to debunk that entire Stalker track and saying that he didn't show up to Easy Mill's house unannounced, uninvited, trying to shoot a video and all that craziness. I actually have no idea, so I can only take things for surface value, but the Knox track was well put together. It had the manager speaking on it, so I'm really interested to see what he's going to say or what he's going to show to try to lead us away from thinking that that actually happened. All right, this shit about to get good, I think. All right, I'm interested.
So it looks like you ain't really have shit to say, huh? Well, let's get to Chopper's fable. First lie was about Cripple. That was all for the sea. Was I following him or was he following me?
Oh, so that's what he was talking about. I think I just assumed that it was all about Easy Mill. So he was saying in the beginning of that Stalker track that he was following Crypt, and okay, all right, I didn't pick up on that. I had no idea.
So it looks like you ain't really have shit to say, huh? Well, let's get to Chopper's fable. First lie was about Cripple. That was all for the sea. Was I following him or was he following me? How am I taking notes or fucking following leads when his first fucking song is with me? 2 seconds of research.
Is that true? I mean, apparently, I didn't realize that the first song that Crip put out, Screw, was on it. Is that what he's trying to say? If so, I mean, that's what Knox was getting at. I mean, that's, yeah, you can't really argue that one then at that point.
Following leads when his first fucking song is with me. 2 seconds of research. You could have got all of that, G. Whoever gave you information must be rocking with me. Every drop is starting to make your credibility weak. How you drowning, but I'm the one with the leak. Nigga, please. And whoever fucking told you I like that, the mumble rap, is either really stupid or just setting up a trap. They asked me to show up in the video, I'll pass. Bitch, I already addressed this on that Luke gone track. Swear to God, that you ain't the one that asked me to be in your video, dog. Swear to God that I ain't stay in the car the whole damn time and just laugh at you hard. See, I told you motherfuckers just making the same song.
Okay, first of all, I want to say that I like his approach on this. Like, this style of rapping over this type of beat, I think hits way harder for a diss track. And I like that he's just diving right in to rebuttaling stuff, which I didn't really agree with a lot of people's take on Drake's responses, where they're like, yo, he's playing defense. But you could consider this playing defense, but I think that this is what you need to do. Like, you take shit that was said to you, you spin it, you show the truth, or you flip it back at them, and it takes the steam out of those disses. And that's exactly what you should be doing. That's what people do in battle rap. I mean, I know Screw knows that, so that's exactly what he's getting at. And I so far, this is what I think he needed to do.
They asked me to show up in the video, I'll pass. Bitch, I already addressed this on that Luke gone track. Swear to God that you ain't the one that asked me to be in your video, dog. Swear to God that I ain't stay in the car the whole damn time and just laugh at you hard. See, I told you motherfuckers just making the same song. You heard one Screw diss and you basically heard them all. Know it's odd? Notice you ain't talk about them all.
I will say though, the whole like, I keep seeing this narrative from a lot of different people about like, oh, you're saying the same angles that somebody else used, right? I've never really understood that because again, I already gave an example from actual battle rap before. It just depends on the creativity behind it, right? Like when you take a person and someone disses them, let's just say that they find 5, 6 things that are worth dissing. And so they attack that person on those things, but there's not much else about them. You're basically saying nobody should ever make a diss track towards that person again because all 6 of the actual valid angles have been used. So everyone's allowed to feel how they want to feel about that. But me personally, it just doesn't really make much sense. There's only so many things that each person has done that are worthy of dissing. And it just comes down to the creativity. It's no different than rap in general or any music, really. When you think of music over all the years, like how many different topics are there really? Like obviously there's some offshoot songs that just talk about some really random wild shit. But for the most part, there's how many songs that talk about relationships, breakups, the girl that they love, or when it comes to rap, bitches, selling drugs, doing drugs. You know, I started at the bottom, I'm flexing on you. Like it's like a lot of the same shit just done over and over by different people with different angles. And that's inevitably how music and any of the shit is gonna go, especially diss tracks, because you're talking about one specific person. And there's only so many things that they've probably done in their life that are worth dissing or getting at. And then there's some shit you're never going to find out unless you're somebody close to them. So you can only go on what is available to you. So it's good that he's rebuttaling a lot of this shit, but that specific approach of like everybody making all the same disses, I just don't really understand that. I don't think that that really is valid at all.
Heard one Scru diss, and you basically heard them all. Know it's odd? Notice you ain't talk about them all. Whole intro about rebuttals, but where are they in the song? Oh my God, the Tom MacDonald clip is so weak. Please show me why I said he was heat. You motherfucking true cap, but I was 2 rappers squashing the beef. And I had said a line in it where I said, if I was black, then so is the strap, brat, the Tom, like MacDonald, right? And I didn't think it was gonna be taken the way it was taken, but I got a wave of your people coming in like, oh, he dissed, why would you do that? Ah! And they're going crazy, so I just wanted everybody to know that we cool, we good, like, you know, like, did you take any offense to that line? 5 years ago, he moved less offer than me. Made a song about being black that was important to me. Cause all the racism I got just got annoying to me. I was saying there was a problem, they ignored my G. But I know if he said the same thing, that oughta his piece. The thing that you did that was the most important, no matter how anybody felt this song, is you said that this problem exists. And believe it or not, that little of a statement literally 180 certain people where they didn't think it was a thing, but coming from you, it's like, oh, whoa, this really does happen. Like, and I watched people who argued with me previously come back and be like, okay, now I kind of understand what you're saying more, and that's why I appreciate it. So since then he's changed his campaign, and it ain't been the damn same. And I said to his damn face, I'm glad he checked his fan base. And from your point of view, that's why I literally said the messenger is important. Because there's people in your fan base who needed to hear that. But it's okay, fuck this, that proof.
I mean, personally, I don't think that Tom has really changed his campaign. I think that he just made a song that resonated with Scru, and so he rocked with it, and now he just doesn't like what's come out after that. Like, I don't think that the Tom from now thought any different than the Tom from then. I think he just happened to put out a song where he was like, yo, that's the message I've been trying to push. And so he was completely on board. And then as soon as he's not hearing more stuff like that, it's like, well, now he's more awful. So I don't agree with that angle, but he's allowed to feel that way. And I'd say that's a valid rebuttal in the sense that just because he was cool with Tom then doesn't mean that years later he's still going to feel the same way. So that obviously can change, right? At one point, I was in his Discord, a part of like the after stream podcast shit that he would do, and I would be talking with all of them, and now we don't talk at all, right? Like we're allowed to change the way that we feel and our opinions about people and different stuff like that. So I mean, there's not really much, you can't really argue about that. It did look a certain way when Knox put it in his track, but when you hear the other side of it, like you can't really deny it.
There's people in your fan base who needed to hear that. But it's okay, fuck this that proof. Got lasers on tools. The faux bust you donut. I'm not a glazer like you. You fucking fool. I still think your taste a little skewed. Once I saw you hype Ben Shapiro bars, you was through. The way you be cutting.
I will say though, it's tough when you're like, yo, you keep using the same shit. You say the same things to me, like the same angles. And then he kind of goes back to the Ben Shapiro thing all over again, which he stated in his last diss track. But I mean, you know, I'm just pointing that out. And I personally think, listen, I just was surprised Ben Shapiro could rap. It wasn't anything amazing, but I didn't expect that man to even be able to stay on beat, to be completely real with you.
The faux bust you donut. I'm not a glazer like you. You fucking fool. I still think your taste a little skewed. Once I saw you hype Ben Shapiro bars, you was through. The way you be cutting up clips is really fucking up shit. You really tried to puppet. You took a swing and ain't touches. And these pre-recorded diss tracks ain't giving you credit, cause you ain't really rebuttal anything that I said. I said you joked about an innocent man being dead, and you brought up Easy Mill. What a fucking Eurostep. Matter of fact, this little fact is gonna damage you now. That person talking about Easy's his ex-manager now. That whole story that he told you, so embarrassing. Wow. Do you even stop to think or even said it out loud? So you believe I randomly got his location and shit? Got on a plane and flew to Vegas that quick? And did I kick his fucking door down with chops out and walk right in? Force his mother to cook the supper while they all frights in? And then forced him to do a song? Force him to make a beat? If you really watching applause and you know that that's make-believe, so
I don't think that he said that he forced him to make a song or anything like that. He just said that the song was made and he had paid for the audio, right? Like to get him to record and be a part of the song, which I don't know if that's true that he paid him or not, but then he showed up at his house to get a music video done. Regardless, when you put it the way he put it, like, yo, you think I really got on a plane, flew all the way to Vegas, you know, just to show up at his house unannounced, uninvited and all that kind of stuff. It does sound a certain way, but I'm curious if he's going to show anything that proves that he was actually invited or that he spoke on, hey, I'm going to be there. I'll stop by. We could do the video, because it should be pretty easy, right? There's going to be a text message, or, I mean, I guess unless it was a phone call, obviously you're not going to record all your phone calls and shit like that. But unless that was the case, there should be a text message or some kind of a thread that shows that he was going to show up there and it's something that he knew about. And the fact that it's his ex-manager doesn't necessarily dispel anything that he said. It just means that as a manager, they fell out. Like, he don't got him as a manager anymore, whether it's because he signed with Interscope or I don't know when or how this all went down, but it doesn't mean that what he said about that situation was fake, right? I just assume that as a manager, I don't know what he would gain about lying about somebody on YouTube showing up, especially when it, you know, you can argue that he can get something out of it, but at the time, I don't really know what his sub count was, but I know it wasn't what it is now. So I don't know that it would make sense for him to be like, let me just go out of my way to lie about this for no reason type of shit. So we'll see, though. You never know.
This shit, got on a plane and flew to Vegas that quick, and did I kick his fucking door down with chops out and walk right in? Force his mother to cook the supper while they all frights in? And then forced him to do a song, force him to make a beat? If you really watching applause and you know that that's make-believe, so I forced him to do a fucking video to get plays, then forced him to bring me back and finish it the next day, then I forced him to bump it loud so we can hear that shit. Then flew home and from Nebraska, forced them to clear that shit. If you actually believe that, then you weirder than shit. Sometimes I feel some don't be thinking, they just hearing a diss.
Unless he's trying to say, like, we recorded the song together, because I don't know the process of how they recorded this. I'm assuming that he was home, recorded his part, Easy recorded his part, and they got it mixed together, and then he flew out there. But if he flew out to actually record the song with him, then that's a whole different story, because inevitably they're going to do the video then. Like, that changes the entire story. So I just don't know if that's what he's trying to say actually happened.
Nobody knew I was coming. I just appeared in that bitch. Well, to anyone who does believe that, here it is.
How far from the strip do you live? Easy Mill replied to him saying, I'm looking at coming on the 25th, landing at 8:15. Good morning, cuz. So what time we looking? Because it changed to 26. Yeah, I told you that already. Remember, I got to get my rental, my Airbnb open at 1. So once I settled and grabbed my producer and some food, anytime after that, I remember just reviewing the things with you saying it all again. I'm hyped as fuck. Voice message. Now we're going to stay at our own spot. Audio call. Do you still need me to send a message? Are we good? Oh, we good, bro? Hey, what camera your cousin using? Hold up. Let me ask. He a professional camera guy, though. He got all the best shit. He said a Canon 5R. Okay, so they're talking about the music video. I didn't send right. Check again. I just sent it. I can't hear that voice message. Okay, so that singing part on the piano, I got you. So basically, I'm on the bridge, and then you on the drop, like hook. Okay. I mean, he asked like what camera your cousin's using. So you would assume that they obviously are discussing the music video. So at this point, I mean, you can argue that even though they talked about the music video, maybe he showed up unannounced still, like they hadn't responded to him actually doing the video that same day, or that he started to ghost him on it and he just showed up like, yo, we still gonna do this video. But the fact that they talked about it, it's unlikely that that's the case. It's more likely that he expected him. So this, I mean, you can't deny messages, right? I mean, shit speaks for itself.
Truth is, no matter how you cut it, that's my homeboy. Lie all you want. We just talked 3 months ago, boy, and he was asking for my reactions before I known, boy. The truth is, I don't know if Easy even trusted homeboy. That nigga mad, I said that he was hurting Easy's growth, boy. But who is right? Cause Easy aftermath and he alone, boy. If we ain't really cool and I'm just doing him wrong, then why we got another interview after our song? Another easy provable fact that you got wrong. About to catch 3 W's on this nigga like .com.
I like that bar. I like that bar. That bar is dope. Okay. I mean, the interview, yeah, but listen, this is what he needed to do, because this right here and what he's showing, it debunks that whole stalker track. Like, inevitably at this point, you kind of have to give him round 2 by default, regardless of who you think was winning in round 1. Like, you have to give him this by default because he's pretty much disproven the entirety of that track. That you can't really argue it. It doesn't matter if you like him, you don't like him. You can't really argue facts when he's showing you the receipts of the shit that actually went down.
So many lies that finna leave you after this one. Gotta be a hater to believe you after this one. Double down on that Stevie angle you fake. Like I back down, but we already saw me off of the fade.
If you just want to squabble, if you just want to run a fade because you don't like what I said, it is what it is. I'll never turn that down either.
You quit soccer when you rolled your ankle cause you bitch made. I hope you roll your ankle 6 times when you on this stage. We know why you mad and we can see it all on his face. Saw me on the ERB and almost did a spit take.
The feature who's on it, and yes, as some of you know, as some of you have guessed, I am not a big fan of Screwface Jean. You might feel a different way, that's cool, but listen, at the end of the day, we're all here for ERB. I'm a huge fan of ERB. They made a decision for a reason to put him on this, so I feel like it's not right if I don't react to it. I have to let you know how I feel going into it, but you know, I'm an adult here. We can put our big boy pants on.
Seething in his reaction, I was laughing, I saw big rage. Remember when that kid paid to put me on his mixtape or album or whatever? I just got paid in rap. I heard there's a ghost in your chamber. There's the proton pack. So
wait, hold up. Who is he talking about here?
I was laughing, I saw big rage. Remember when that kid paid to put me on his mix?
When that kid paid to put me on his mixtape or album or whatever. I'm not sure who he's talking about. If somebody knows, comment it down below.
Tape or album or whatever, I just got paid in rap. I heard there's a ghost in your chamber. There's the proton pack. So I'm rocking out like Hendrix. How many of your friends is helping you try to win this pussy? You'll need more henchmen. I'm actually amazed all the fake shit that you say. Back and forth to Niger 4 times since I've lived in the States. Oh man, another fucking mistake. How many times you kick a lie, then I just prove it was fake. So next time that the snake has got something to say, and you believe him after this, you must be off at that base. Oh, you thinking that you better as a rapper and reactor? With them choppy flows and them fake ass reactions? Oh, you don't believe me, he be planning his reactions? Well, let's hear his homeboy talk about his cap.
He'll give you like full dissections where he studied the material first,
I mean, I'm going to assume that this is not just taken out of context and that he's actually talking about Knox, because if not, I'm pretty sure it'd be easily disproved. You could just pull up that video yourself and see what he says prior to this exact moment. I'm going to have to go pull that up myself just to get some more context on that. Because yo, listen, this is a big step up from that last one for me. I think that this approach right here is way better than that first diss that he dropped by far. Rebuttaling shit, showing the receipts to prove a lot of stuff that was said were potentially, I don't want to say lies as much as just bad information. Like, I don't think that Knox was trying to spin a narrative like, yo, I'm just going to completely lie about this. I know it's a lie and I'm going to still do it anyway. I think it's more so he got the information that he could, did the research that he could, and came to the conclusion that shit is what it was, especially based off of hearing his manager speak about it. I thought it was pretty straightforward, like, oh shit, this actually happened that way. But the receipts show a little bit differently. So is interesting. So I'm gonna have to look at this one, but this is the kind of approach that you need to take. This shit is working really well.
Fake ass reactions. Oh, you don't believe me? He be planning his reactions. Well, let's hear his homeboy talk about his cap.
He'll give you like full dissections where he studied the material first. I
ain't gonna lie. This is the first time in my entire history that I got a diss track on me where everything was a disprovable lie. This man really put in a song that I basically broke into someone's house, stole a beat, stole a feature, stole a music video, flew from Vegas back to Nebraska and stole a clearance, and I wasn't even there. And y'all believe that? Oh my God.
When I was involved in a beef and looking at some stuff in prep work, like, I came up with this, like, let's talk about having a leak in their camp, because we knew that they were a paranoid person, right? And they've fallen out with a lot of people.
Wait, what does he mean? Like, who is we? Hold up. I missed this whole, I missed everything. I was zoned out for a second there.
Oh my God.
When I was involved in a beef and looking at some stuff in prep work, like, I came up with this, like, let's talk about having a leak in their camp, because we knew that they were a paranoid person, right? And they've fallen out with a lot of people. So even if you don't have a leak, it's a good bluff to play in poker, really.
Whew, okay. This is an interesting one. I'm gonna pull up that clip video really quick during this reaction. I just want to see the entire context of that. I don't think that it matters necessarily as far as the grand scheme of things. I'm pretty sure that, I mean, I feel like you got to give Scru round 2. Like, I don't see any way around that personally, but let's just look really quick.
That's straight to Knox Hill, the school of hard knocks, because you know, they call him a professor, because he doesn't miss anything. He does like full on breakdowns, like, you know, he'll give you like full dissections where he studied the material first to give you like every little detail so you don't miss it. You catch every little thing about a song. But he also does like one-time reactions too. I think just some people get it confused and don't realize when he's doing like first-time reactions and when he's doing like dissections.
Woo, okay. I mean, I don't watch Knox's reactions, so I don't know to even really speak on it. Like, if it's obvious that he's doing a breakdown, or if he mentions it in the beginning, or if in those breakdowns he still acts like it's the first time he heard things, I have absolutely no idea. So I can't really speak on it, but I just wanted to make sure that the context was there, and the context is there. So that's an interesting approach. But again, it's no different than Knox kind of cutting some shit up in his favor. He did cut out the part where he said that Knox also does first time reactions as well, and that people get confused because they don't know which one that it actually is. So I don't know. It's a interesting. We got a lot of interesting things happening right now. I'm here for it. I'm loving all this shit. I'm gonna be real with you. I love sitting back, just watching some diss tracks, talking about them, seeing who did what, who said what, all that kind of stuff. I think is fun. I have to say that you got to give the second round to Scru though, and I feel like anybody that doesn't like Scru is probably gonna try to find a way to push it in the other direction. And I guess I get it, but I think that if you're going to look at this from an unbiased perspective and just take what was said, how it was done, the approach, everything like that, I don't see any way that you can't give him this round. He debunked pretty much every single thing that was said to him, 100% in the Stalker track. Some of the things previously, but mostly in the Stalker track, like he took the entire wind out of that whole diss. And for me, that was the start of round 2. So at that point, that round 2 is just flat. To me, we need a round 3. I need one more each. I need one more each. That's where I'm at with this. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll go from there. But I'll catch you in the next one, homies. I got a problem. Despite the way I'm feeling, I still get up and I'm working hard. Still believe in every dream I've had, and I can't turn it off. Something deep inside of me that tells me that it's worth it. All I gotta do is keep on pushing forward, and I turn a loss into wins that I need. I got a different belief. I tasted greatness, now I'm itching to eat. I'll never give up, cause I ain't really into retreat. I'm into fight until I make it. I'm gonna get me that seat. I wanna live, wanna love, want my people that's above to be looking down on me and see I did it. I'm the one. So this doubt I've been feeling, I just push it to the side because of all the things I've been through that I've learned to overcome.